BGMC. The biblical truth lives here.
The ancient Hebrew scriptures foretold of the Anointed One, Yeshua HaMashiach. The Messiah Yeshua came to call the people back to the truth of His word and to follow that righteous path. Yeshua then called Jewish men to be His disciples, and after His death and resurrection, those Jewish men told the world about the Jewish Messiah. Now, after 2,000 years, Beth Goyim Messianic Congregation has that same calling of those Jewish men, telling all people, both Jew and Gentile, about the proper ancient path, teaching the Route 66 King's Highway from Genesis through to Revelation, and how you need and can get back to the proper roots of the faith and a closer walk with God. Now, let's hear the message.
Okay, and now we are going to pretty much start over with this material, and this one has like different vocabulary, and we already have like a couple things of it. This is this little book that I have right here. I've been taking pictures, so whoever are also interesting, I can send a link. It's nice to have it. Let's check it out. I know you guys already know about this. I'm going to start with the vocabulary first, and then I'm jumping back to the vowels and all that, and the reading. Every lesson has like a kind of vocabulary, and also a story, a dialogue. Very good. So let's start with the dialogue first. Okay. You there at home that already know how to read, you can read by yourself. I'm going to be reading for the rest. Okay. Mi at ani nina. Ma'at ani ima. Mi'at Miani ani tami. Miata ani mati. Miat ani mina. Check it out. And then that's it. That's the vocabulary right there. Let's review the vocabulary before we jump back. Okay. Me. Okay. Me is who. Okay. Me is who. Ma. Right here you see ma, and it had two forms, or two, same form. Okay. Same letters, but the vowels are looking different. I will explain that in a little bit. Ma is the same word, so ma means what? Okay. Ani is I, or me, depends, right? Ani. Okay, ani in this vocabulary is I am also, so it could be I or I am. In Hebrew, the verb in present, the verb to be, is understandable. You don't have to put it, so I don't have to say ani haya, okay, or it's like a way to say I am, but it's understandable. Verb to be, you understand. Okay, ata means you, masculine. Okay, it's single masculine. Ata is you or you are. I always give the example of when you pray, most of the time you say Baruch Ata, right? So blessed are you, that you is you in masculine. So you already know it's referring to the Most High, and the Most High is represented as a man because you say Baruch Ata. Okay, in this case, at right here, at is you, but it's female singular. Okay, so at is you as well. Okay, in English you say you, and you have to know who you're talking because you, for example, I'm saying, well, you, but you know, you could be a lady or a man. Okay, in the case, you, it's in two forms here, masculine and female. Okay, Ima means mother. Okay, Ima is mother. Okay, and then it's mother of it is a way to say mother because mother uh, formerly is M. Okay, it's Aleph Mem Sofit. M is mother. Okay, it's like Abba is father or daddy, but the correct form of father in Hebrew is Av. Is the first two letters, Aleph and Bet. Av is father, but Abba is like say daddy. It's like a form to say dad. Okay. It also comes from the Aramaic, and by the time of Yeshua, they say Abba is it took from Babylon. They took that expression to say daddy. Okay, because dad is Av. Okay, but when they say Abba in Aramaic is a thing, it's a phrase or is a word, but it is being taken from the Hebrew to say daddy. Okay, so expressions is like English took expressions from other language, especially if you know another language or remember the Sephardic Jews in Spain and Portugal and other places. They the Ladino include um, words that it sounds pretty much like Spanish, and then it's already part of the language. And the Ashkenazim took from it depends from the places that they are when they speak Yiddish is a mix. So also by the time of Yeshua you can prove that, for example, it's a lot of words that is being included. Also the book of Isaiah, Yeshayahu, it has lines already in you when you read because it's using the same uh, letters. You read it, probably you don't know is another language, but it has lines in totally in Aramaic. Okay, this is using the same Aleph Bet. Very good. Let's go back. Let's go back. And now it feels like rushing again. Okay, because we are doing fast. But let's go back. And this is how we start with these letters. Okay, the Aleph right here, you can see is a silent letter. Okay, so that means it could be the using the sounds of the five vowels. Okay, a, e, I, o, u, or also it could be using diphthongs. Okay, two sounds in one. Not in this letter, but if you add something next to it, for example, a yod, to add a yod right here, you can. And matter of fact, let me just bring a pencil. Probably would be better to do it in graphics. So Aleph could be according to the vowels that you see down here. You see these vowels. If you put it, you see the vowels right there? If you put it under, for example, this line right here, if I put a point under here, it's going to be E. Okay? It's going to be E. That's why it's a silent letter. So it takes the sound of the vowel that is under or next to it. If I add a yod, it's also E. You see right here, imagine I put a yod right here, like this one. It's also going to sound E. Okay, example right here, B. Okay. So the Aleph is going to make the sound of the vowels. That's why it's silent. If I change the vowel, it's going to be, for example, this Shabbat. Then the Shabbat itself is a mark of silence as well. In this case, there's nothing there. Okay, it's going to continue to be like that. Also, there's rules for the Shabbat that at the beginning of the word is going to sound like a short a, and at the second place of the word is going to sound like a silent letter. So you will see that in the future when we will be reading. Okay, so take in mind that the Shabbat is a silent point, okay, silent vowel, but at the beginning it could be and it could be nothing after that. All right. The noon. Noon, as you can see right here, noon is an N. Noon. That sounds okay? Like no. Okay? If I want to say no, for example, imagine that I put, it's not the word no in Hebrew, but if I put a point right here, we're going to see that in the future as well. That's no. Okay? No, because it's N plus O is no. But if I put a head right here, imagine this is a head, and I put the A, it's going to say Noah. Okay, that's Noah. All right, Noah. So you'll see that. So that's okay, that's If I put a point under, is what? Ni, right? Because we just say it. You just say that it's E. All right. So N plus a point is Ni. Very good. All right. Now let's check this line right here. Mem. The name of this letter is Mem. It makes the sound. Okay. Sound. Okay. Example right here. Mem sounds like exactly like an M. Okay. All right. Let me see if you guys know what happened if I put a point under. It sounds me, right? Because this point it sounds E. Sounds me. Very good. All right. And this is the Taf. And as you can see, interesting enough that we learn in the message that the Taf in the pictograph, what it makes, what shape it makes. It makes the cross, right? It's interesting that it looks pretty much like a cross. It's a T, okay, the Taf. So now you know how it came from a regular pictograph to the shape that we have now. So the Taf is the T, and that T, it looks pretty much as a cross. Okay. Sister Adriana, I have a question.
Rabbi, can you please explain? I just like trying to figure out how they got from the T, the tab, to be a cross. I mean, is it that the very, very, very original Hebrew looked like a cross and that they made it as it is today? Or like, how did they do that? I having difficulty understanding that. Yo no entiendo eso. ¿Cómo, cómo así que era una T, pero lo vemos que es como, es diferente como se usa ahora? ¿Cómo hicieron eso? ¿Cómo?
The difference, very good questions, because the Taf, how it looks now, it doesn't look pretty much. And it was the pictographs, it pretty much represent like a kind of hieroglyphic form. So it was more as a and the name is like that, pictograph. So it's pretty much pictures For example, ein. Ein it was an I, literally. It was an I. And the Tav was the cross or the T, because it looks like pretty much like a T and it looks like this. How it turns should be like that. This shape, we took it from the Babylon. So this shape pretty much the shape that we know today as a Hebrew. Um, Pretty much saying, well, it came from we Ezra, um, and the rest, of course, Daniel. Um, we came from Babylon with this shape of letters. But it's interesting that it has the same numerical value, or we gave the same numerical value in the shape. But it's interesting that the profound is pretty much you know that the Lord already knew about this and already took the shape and the forms of the letter. So the question is the tablet, the two tablets of Moses, they have this shape or they have the pictograph? Pretty much we know that we don't know because we didn't see it. But you remember last week Rabbi was saying about the blood, and that the blood came and dripped on the mercy seat on the ark. The If you see the commentary um of Ron White, right? Ron White, he they make a graphics of what he saw, and it's pretty much a graphic when they bring the tablets out, because the angels took the tablet for him to see it. It has a pictograph in the it have like the classic shape. So thinking about that, it's like, wow, so so the tablet, it doesn't have this, or because we don't see it personally, but the we know that this shape, this new shape, it pretty much new shape. That's how we say it. Um, it came from Babylon, so it's not very new because it was before. So there's no, not that I know, there's no Sefer Torah in a pictograph shape. So we don't have that Torah in the shape, in the classic shapes. The only Torah that we have is in this kind of shape. Um, so it's very interesting to see how it looks and how. But we know it is Hebrew because also coins we have with pictograph, or with Paleo Hebrew. And the name Paleo Hebrew, it sounds like times of dinosaur, Paleo, you know. But it's something that by the time of David, the Paleo Hebrew was using um like the shape that we see right here. Let me show you this. You see this shape? This shape, it looks like a modern Hebrew. It looks like the way that an Israeli write letters. So this is the Aleph, okay, and this is the Nun. That's handwriting. This is the Mem, and it looks pretty much like an N, but it's a Mem. Okay, this is the Taf, and this is the Hey. The Hey looks pretty much almost the same. It has that window, okay. But the interesting thing is like the pictograph in the new in the this type of this shape, it looks like if you pay attention a little bit, it's like the Paleo Hebrew. Well, not pretty much a pictograph, but the Paleo Hebrew and this looks like pretty much. And then so and there's shapes that you can take. For example, why did I say that this shape is also the Lord knew? Because the Aleph is one of the most is the most profound letters. Um, and the example that I always have is the how you separate the letter. This shape, it has a vav that you can see it like this. Okay, so the vav, you already know the vav is like this. It's a shape that is like just a little line, just a line. But this vav is reclining vav, right? And it has two yod. The yod that you already know is one here, and the other one is right here. Okay, so it has two yod and a vav. The vav, the letter vav is the sixth letter, and it has a number 6. And the yod that you already know is the hand of God that we were talking about today in today's lessons. Right, we're explaining that the vav has a numerical value of 10. So if it has two yod, it has two yod, 1 and 2 is 20, plus the vav is 26. And if you make the but it's 26, but it's not the numerical value of 26. It's the letter number 1. So the numerical value of the letter is 1. But you know who's 1? Adonai Echad, the Lord is 1, right? And then if Adonai is Echad, when you say Yod, Hey, Vav Hey, you already know Yod is 10, right? And you know Hey is 5, is the 5th letter. And he has a Vav, Yod Hey, Vav, the Vav is right here, is 6. So let's put the number 6 right here. Yod Hey Vav. And then another Hey, the Hey is 5. Two Heys are 10. Yod Hey Vav Hey. So the two Heys are 10, right? The Vav is 6, and the Yod is 10. It's equal 26 again. So Adonai is 1, but the 1, if you separate, is 26. And Yod Hey Vav Hey is 26. That is also 1. So God is 1. And so that's why I say, well, this type of letters, even if it comes from Babylon, the Lord already knew that was going to be, using for his holy language. And actually, if we're going back, who knows how it came from to get there to the Babylon? It's pretty much what brought from Moses. So it's something that we don't not sure 100%, but because it's how deep the language, we can say, and the Lord was the one who separated the languages in Babel. So that's how nice it is. That's why the Hebrew language is like, it takes time to understand, and then it's more repetition. That's why the Lord puts the parash. So we have to every year back and forth, keep reading, keep the studying. Hebrew is like a lifetime to study. You never ends, and you're always going to find, like Rabbi says, it's so amazing. The Lord is the mind of the Lord. We only can go on the surface, because it's like more you study, more you get. That's why people back in I know in everybody's days, the Lord says that the Lord says get deep, or instruct your kids in this. But people pretty much gotta say, well, back in the days, if you study the Bible, you gotta be you gotta get crazy, right? You gotta get crazy, something like that. Imagine that was only in Spanish. Imagine if they knew that, oh, Joshua's studying Hebrew now. That's it, life is over. But okay, very good. Let's go back up a little bit to check the. Let me see. Where's the? I don't even know where's the eraser. Yeah. Very good, everybody. Good questions. So the The mem, okay, and the mem represents water, okay, like ma'im, okay, and also is a numerical value is the 40, okay. I never tell you. Well, now you know the numerical value of aleph is 1, okay, very good. And the noon, the numerical value is 30, okay, for those who want to keep make notes probably, okay, or you want to make that type of math and stuff like that, okay, with the letters is 30. 40 is the mem, okay. Oh, wait a minute, mem noon, kaf, kaf is 20. No, so it's 50. It's 50. 50 is noon because it's after mem. It's the mem and then the noon. Okay. Sorry about that. Erase it. Erase the 30 and put in add 20. So it's 50. The noon is 50. The mem is 40. Very good. And the taf is the last letter. The last letter is 400. Okay. 400. It sounds like a T, and it was a cross. Okay. The hey is 5. It sounds like it's like a breathe. Okay. Hot. Okay. At the end of the word, if you have a hey, like in the name of the Most High, it's silent. Okay. The hey is silent at the end. All right. So here it is. Okay. Aleph, silent letter. Hey, also silent letter at the end. Okay. Very good. The vowels. This is the vowels. Oh no, hold on. Let me do an exercise. Okay, we say if we put a point under is E. We put a point under right here, ni. If we put a point under the mem, ni. Okay, and right here, T. All right, and if we put a point, he. Okay, very good. So now, let's see this. If you see a line, a little line under, that's gonna sound ah. Okay, it's gonna sound ah. If you see a little T, like a kind of T, is also ah. You see? And if you see a line with these 2 points, that is the Shabbat, it's also gonna sound ah. That's why you see the 3 shapes of ah there. Okay, 3 shapes of ah. One line, another line like a little T, and a line with a Shabbat, ah. Very good. Let me go up. Now, if you see this with a line under, it's gonna sound ah. Okay. If you see the noon with a line, it's gonna sound na. If you see the mem with a line and the little t, like a little t, it's gonna sound ma. Okay. If you see the taf with a little line or the little t, it's gonna sound ta. Okay. And if you see this hey with the with this line, it's gonna sound ha. If you say that like 3 times, it's gonna say ha ha ha. Very good. Okay.
Rabbi, so they all sound the same. Ah, ah, ah.
Yeah, they all sound the same. These 3 forms, these 3 shapes, sound exactly the same. The only maybe difference when you see one next to the other, this one, the one with the line and the 2 points. Let me put it right here as a. If you see the line with the 2 points like this, it's going to sound ah, but it's going to be like ah, like it's like open ah. So imagine if you say mama, for example, you say ma ma. So the last one that it has like that open ah, the shape is going to be this one. Okay, so it's A, but it's gonna be open. It's easier to explain with an example, with the example. Probably we're gonna see it right here. Let's read these lines. Okay, now that you guys know how to read, you guys doesn't need me anymore. Very good. Let's read. Let's read line 1 together. Ma, ma, mi, ma, mi, mi, ma, 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 mi. Okay. How was it? It was easy. It was like do this. If it was so and so with your hands, it's easy, right? Good. Good. Line number 2. Line number 2. Ah, ah, e, ah. Open more your mouth right here. Ah, e, e, ah, ah, e, ah. Very good. How was it? It was like that. It was good too. Good, good. Line number 3. Combination now. 2 syllables. Ah, ma, ah, ma, e, ma, e, ma, e, me, e, ma. And this is actually Ima, the mother, right? Okay, how was it? Easy? Complicated? You got it? Good. Line 4, line 4, line 4 is gonna, let's practice the taf, okay? The taf, it sounds like a T, all right? Ta, ta, ti, ta, ta, ti, ti, ta, ta, ti. Easy, right? Yes? Good. Line number 5. At, mat, ata, mati, tai, ima, mata. Very good. How was it? How was it? So? Good. Okay, line number 6. Line number 6. Shesh, ah, me. And right here it says ah, open more the ah, okay, open your lips. Ah, me. Ah, me. The top at the end again. Ah, me. Good. E, me. Ah. Remember this aleph doesn't have vowel under, so it's silent. Okay. Very good. Ta, right? E, ma. Me. At. Again. At. Very good. And right here, this Shava, the 2 point, okay, it's silent. So it's like there's nothing there. Okay? And you see the 2 points, it's like there's nothing. Alright? Let's continue. The noon. Line 7, the Shava. Na. Na. Ni. Ni. Na. Na. Ni. Na. Good. Line number 8. Number 8. Let's read together. Ani. Okay, remember this. A is open A. Ani. Me. Ani. Ima. Ani. Tami. Okay, let's do line number 8 again. Line number 8 again. It looks like pretty much a phrase. Okay. Okay, and I will be translating right away. Line number 8. Ani. And in the vocabulary, remember, ani is I or I am. Okay. Me. Me means who. Okay. Me ani, if I say, right? If I make a combination, me ani, who am I? Okay. Me ani. Okay. Now if I say ani ima, if I say ani ima, I'm lying, okay? Because I'm not a mother, okay? Watch out with that. Okay, it sounds pretty much like a joke that myself and brother Louis makes. Okay, that's gonna be for us. It's a secret. Louis, I love you, man. Okay, ani ima. Okay, ani Tami. Again, Tami right here is pretty much a name. I know, right? Yep. Okay, line number 9. Line number 9, let's practice the hey. Okay, the 5th letter is the hey in the alphabet. Ha. Ha. He. Ha. He. Ha. He. Ha. Ha. He. Okay, line number 10 together. Ta. Na. Ma. Ta. Ma. A. Na. Very good. And right here in this line number 10, you saw the example of the hey at the end of the word doesn't make any sound. Okay? Doesn't make any sound. Very good. The line 11 and 12, okay? It's already we already make it happen with the line number 8. But right here they already have making phrases. The question mark in a Hebrew, you're not going to find it in the Torah. Okay, that's just make a symbol for us to know that it's a question. Okay, but it's not a symbol that it was in the Torah. Okay, it's like a regular question mark just to make an intonation as a question. So for example, you already make, when you make questions, you make the same tone. Okay, so mi ani, okay, make it sounds like you are questioning. Okay, mi ani, mi at, okay, mi ata, okay, pretty much the answer right here, line number 12. Ani ima, or ani ami, or ani ana. Okay, ana. Very good. Continue right here, line number 12, second part. I ata, respond, ani mati. Okay, very good.
Shalom, this is Messianic Rabbi Andrew Dinnerman. I would personally like to thank you for tuning in to the Remnant's Call each and every week. You can listen to the full message on our website, Bgmctv.org. If you have drawn closer to the King of Kings, learned more about Him today, we are blessed. If you are blessed by these messages, please consider a donation to our ministry. You can go to our website, Bgmctv.org. That's BETHGOYIM.org, and click on the donate button. You do not have to have a PayPal account to donate. All you need is a debit card. Once again, thank you very much for listening to The Remnant's Call.
If you have not taken your first steps to be born again, just ask God's help. Remember, it's His loving grace that has come to find you. No one is worthy or able to reach God, but God can reach us, and He's reaching out to you now. Just open your heart and let Him in. His arms are open, and the blessing of salvation and eternal life are waiting for you. Don't let it wait any longer.
Ya Adonai, panavoleka, vikuneka, Yisa Adonai, panavoleka, vayasem lecha, shalom. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord lift His face to shine upon you. May the Lord be gracious unto you and give you His shalom. Shalom, my name is Messianic Rabbi Andrew Dinnerman, and I invite you to come to visit our congregation. If you are in the tri-state area, come out and visit with us on Shabbat. We are a congregation of Jews and Gentiles, living as one in the Messiah Yeshua. BGMC is a place of true worship. The focus never wanders from the Hebraic roots of our faith. Beth Goyim is rooted in the Word of God from Bereshit through to the book of Revelation. Messiah's strong words against man-made tradition are carefully recorded in Matthew 7. That is the reason we only follow the straight-up instructions found in Scripture, truly the way, the truth, and the life. If you're looking for a deeper walk with Adonai, come out for our Tuesday evening Bible study called Messianic Torah Time. Come, spend the day with us on any Shabbat. We start at 11 a.m. with the sound of the ancient Hebrew shofar. Next, we offer our King praise and worship in English, Hebrew, and Spanish. After worship, we review the headlines in the previous week's news from around the globe, especially news from the Holy Land, Israel. We don't just list the news headlines as current events, but we comb through the scriptures, searching for clues to understand what they mean, and then to help pinpoint prophetically our current position on Adonai's clock. After digesting all that modern information, we leave the world behind as we journey with our Adonai deep into His eternal Word, not with just one or two scriptures, but usually 7 or more scriptures. the spiritual nourishment and the richness of His kingdom become accessible to the ones who share this special time and seek them out. The day does not end there. Because Shabbat is so special to Him, there is always so much more that our King desires to share. So instead of separating and leaving, we stay together as a family for potluck lunch and an afternoon study of our King's Word. We close the Shabbat together with the reading of the new week's parashah. That's the Torah portion. Even after those blessings, many of us just can't get enough. So the members bring prepared homemade foods to share while we all enjoy an uplifting movie together. If all that information is not quite enough, you can check out our website where you will find over 200 video teachings and biblical holy day studies. Under Messianic Torah Time, the Hebrew Roots button, you'll discover free studies on many, many different topics, including PowerPoint slide presentations. If Beth Goyim sounds like a place you'd love to visit, but you live outside the tri-state area, there is still a way to connect with us. We stream live on the internet on Tuesday, Thursday, and Shabbat. The website is www.bethgoyim.org. That's BETHGOYIM.org. Our phone number is 973-338-7800 or 978-2-YESHUA. That's 978, the number 2, Yeshua. Shalom.